boat rides so much better now. Pouring rain out there, and I'm just toasty and dry in here. No wind, way less noise. Got the windshield wiper going, like, come on, this is the good life right here. Tried building a fire to get this big stump pile going here. I was hoping it would kind of grow into the pile, but it just didn't, so I'm gonna try and get a better coal bed going and a little smaller fire over here, and then just use the machine to kind of transfer all this junk over onto the really well established fire, because everything's just still really wet here. So, but you know, I gotta get the stuff burned up. It's taking up a lot of space. And then this is the area where I plan on setting up my sawmill here. That's why I'm just kind of widening it and taking out these dead trees. All the space to stack all the lumber that I cut on the sawmill, and have like a big firewood log pile and that sort of stuff. This will be kind of my work utility area. It's kind of the most level ground I can find here, apart from where I'm building the house. So. think it's time for a little exercise today. I want to put this beauty through its paces. This is made by Conrad Blacksmithing. Jonah Conrad. Man, this guy, never met him, but does he ever know how to make an axe? The sad thing is the shipping guys dropped it, chipped a blade on the rivets here in the axe, you know, sliced through it. Friggin' UPS. It's still an amazing axe. This is the Tassie, so it's like a swinger, but it's also it's made for splitting, right? It's got like a nice fatter profile on it, and just whew, it's a beauty, let me tell you. And then the fit and finish on it is just next level craftsmanship. Just gorgeous piece of tooling here. So I'm gonna go buck up a few logs and split some wood and get a workout in. Art, Jonah. Find enough blade that you can stick around with it. Can't do that with a maul. It's fat enough that she splits like nothing. I gotta say, I don't think I've swung a better splitter than that. The handle's perfect. Nice, good length for me, being 6'6". You can put a 32-inch handle on it that's just shaped to perfection. And the head, I'm not sure how much it weighs. Maybe 4.5, 5 pounds. So it's not too heavy to swing. But that girth right there, man, she splits beautifully. Just beautiful. Hey Buckin, if you haven't tried a Jonas Tassie from Conrad Blacksmithing, you should try it out there. Fucking Billy. That is just sweetness. That edge is just, other than the chips that the shipping company put in it, that's still just shaving sharp after splitting all those rounds. Holds a really nice edge too. Just got myself. Yeah, that's sharp.
Thank you so much to my monthly sponsors, Odie's Oil Wood Finishes, YouTube Fasteners, Brandberg International Chainsaw Mills, and Princess Auto. All of these companies make top quality products that I have used for years. If you aren't familiar with what they have to offer, I have placed links in the description box below, and I encourage you guys to check them out.
Some days when I come out here, I just kind of go, oh, it's kind of it's both exciting but also daunting to look at just how much stuff there is to clean up out here. But then at the same time, I go, well, I've got a road through here now, and you couldn't even walk through here before, and I've cleared all this area and piled up a bunch of logs, and there's still a lot of cleanup to do before I can even walk through this forest. But I'm making headway.
I think the struggle for me is, as much as I could do this for weeks and months on end and just love it all day in the machine and a chainsaw, just bucking and clearing woods,
it's like building forts when you're a kid. Like it's so much fun. And then I feel guilty at the same time because I'm like, well, you need to get building, get building the deck and, putting in the foundations and piers for the next building. And, because it'll take years to clear this property of all the dead wood, pile it up and split it into firewood. So, it's hard to find the balance is what I'm trying to say. I want to be able to access the property and be able to explore it and really see all the terrain, but I've also got to stick to building down by the water and get us a little bit more established there. So, but before I can do that, I've got to get the sawmill moved from down below up to this little clearing here where I'm going to set it up. And then I'm going to bring up the pile of logs that I've got down there as well. So that's kind of my mission, is to just clear as much space as possible because I've got a big load of yellow cedar coming in. And I got to have a place to, set it all up on dunnage and then, be able to take from the piles as I build down there, right? So I don't want the lumber too far from where I'm building. And there just is not a lot of flat area to put stuff around here. I want to get these logs cut and debarked as quickly as possible so that the bugs don't get in them, especially with spring here, summer coming. That's when the insects are going to be moving around a lot more. So I'm planning to slab this log on two sides and then leave the live edge, and I'll probably plane off the sapwood down to the hardwood, shape it a little bit, but I want to keep that, round appearance on the top and bottom edge, and then just have a nice straight slab on the side. I had to jack that up a little bit to get it to sit level, because it's a lot fatter at this end than that. But now I can put my straight edge boards on there. I'm just going to use a couple of 1x10s that I got, because I'll need to run kind of one halfway this way, that way, right, so it follows the curve. So I need to get some shims and some long screws, get those in there, shim straight and level. Well, it won't be level, but flat. Then I can fire up the Alaskan mill here and start slamming her. Alright, so I'm running my 362C here, which is a little small for what I would like to mill, but my 660's in the shop. Something went wrong with it the other day. Cut out on me, wouldn't start, and the big Husky is for the larger size chain, the whatever 404. So that sprocket won't fit this smaller setup here. I'm just running a 24-inch bar, so I've got just over, I think, 18 and a half in the throat, which is going to be close. Just kind of at the fat end of the log there, it's about 18 inches, so might have to do a little bit of trimming there. But yeah, you can never have too many chainsaws. That's what I'm learning here. You know, it's good to have like 2 of every chainsaw. Yeah, pretty much. So we got the Granberg mill here. This is their newer design here. The old ones used to just have bolts all the way, but now we got these quick releases, which are really nice. So now I can just adjust that. I think I'm gonna start it, I'm gonna do 6 inches. So you just line up that top bar with the 6 mark, adjust it. So that's way quicker than using the old wrench. So let's fire it up here. This thing is still pretty sharp. We'll see how it cuts with the smaller motor here. This is only about 60 or 59 cc's, so not the same as the 660, which is 90 cc's, right? So it's like an extra 30 cc's. That's a big deal. But it's not a super big log and it's not a super big mill, so it should be able to pull through. We'll find out shortly. Well, the hard part's over. Getting your guide rail on is like the trickiest kind of thing to do, especially with a curved log where you're turning corners and stuff. I had to do a lot of fancy shimming just to, there's such a taper from this end to that. I wanted to center my cut at the small end so that I get the most, you know, thickness and height to the beam. So this end we got plenty of thickness, so. Now for the reveal. Got some purple. That's usually signs that there was like a high iron or copper in the soil. Well, we're back out at the property, Heartwood here, and it is just a much friendlier day to be milling, so. And there is much happiness in the air, as I have acquired a new cutting tool. The 500i, baby. The first fuel-injected chainsaw to hit the market. 80 cc's, I got a 32-inch saber on there. Oh yeah. So I've never used this saw yet. They just set it up for me at the store the other day, so I'm gonna do some cuts to get a feel for it. So instead of the traditional switch, you know, off start choke switch, with this saw you just have this little primer bulb, and then you pump it like 8 to 10 times before you start it, and then it's just got a little stop button. So pretty straightforward. Yeah, needless to say, this thing freaking rips. It's just totally stock. Full house chain, square chisel chain. Man, that thing is torquey. Does feel different than a regular chainsaw. It's like instant power, like right out the gate. Like from the moment you touch the trigger, it's got torque. Oh, and it's super, well, I wouldn't say super light, but it's definitely lighter than their other saws. So it feels good in the hands. If I was to put my 25-inch bar on this thing, I could carry this thing around the bush all day, no problem. Yeah. Sometimes I love technology, sometimes I hate it. When it comes to cameras, computers, the internet, I hate technology. When it comes to chainsaws, excavators, boats, motors, that sort of stuff, I absolutely love technology. Got ourselves a beam. Curvy, just the way I like it. Well, I think that's it for today. Wanted to give a big shout out and thank you to Granberg International Chainsaw Mills for sponsoring this video. They're not the fastest mill compared to, you know, bandsaws and everything like that, but there ain't any other sawmill that you can easily pack around lightweight in the bush, slab up a log, a couple hours, have yourself a really nice timber. The other great thing about these sawmills, other than them just being so light and easy to pack around, is, you know, once you set your straight edge up, you can do 40, 50, 60, like limitless length logs. They just keep cutting as long as you got a straight edge on them. So if you're looking for a custom length log and you got some long trees on your property, chainsaw mill is probably the easiest, cheapest way to go. If you guys want to check out their products, because, you know, they make small mills like this, and then all the way up to like 5-6 foot wide ones if you want to slab a massive tabletop out of an old growth fir or something like that. So be sure to check out their products. I put a link in the description box below. Oh, and before you guys go, I want you guys to check out my new boat. Believe it or not, I didn't have enough boats, so I bought another one. Check this thing out.
Well guys, this is her. She ain't much to look at, but this boat is really awesome. I think it was built in the late 70s. It is a fully welded aluminum hull, so the thing is built like a tank. And believe it or not, it's got teak wood interiors in it, so it's such a cool old boat. I think I believe it was built as like a search and rescue vessel on the Great Lakes on the east coast of Canada. And then it was converted to a liveaboard sometime in between then and now. And I was able to pick this thing up for a steal of a deal. So overall it is 32 feet. And then it's an extra couple feet with the pod and the outboard on the back. I think it's 35 feet total. It's got a just under 12 foot beam. So a nice wide boat, it's pretty stable. Got a cute little kitchen in there, really cool layout. Got a bathroom and everything with a little shower stall, way too small for anybody my size to fit in. I think it makes better use as a closet like the previous owner had. But a nice little bathroom in there, kitchen, it's got a diesel heater. I'll probably remove that. I'm gonna renovate this thing and take out that single bed there and put in a king size like fold out bed. And then the table up top here also converts into a bed. So that is awesome. I think this is gonna be my winter project boat. I'm gonna convert this thing, get it ready to use as a rental next summer. So if any of you guys want to come out and stay on our boat, it's called the Wave Rider. Stay tuned to the channel. I'll let you know how progress comes with the renovations over the winter, and hopefully we'll have this thing ready to rent out and just use as an extra accommodations, you know, for friends and family and people that want to come visit. So I'm pretty excited about this little project, and I'm hoping that I don't buy any more boats, because this one even came with a little Zodiac tender. So technically I have 4 boats now, and I think that's enough for one family. 4 boats is enough. Maybe a Sea-Doo. Does a Sea-Doo count as a boat? Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just going to stick with 4 for now. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if any of you guys are interested, pop a comment down below if you want to come out and stay in the Wave Rider next summer. Alright, thanks so much for watching, guys. Until the next video, Samurai out.